Louie C. the Mayor checking in. What is going on, my peeps? Hey, listen, man, we big over here in Key West, Florida, 90 miles from Cuba. Do me a favor. Do the 3 S's for me. Share, subscribe, and if you want to be on the show, officially sponsor, boop, little subscribe button right over here. Boop! And go ahead and comment right here on the YouTube channel on where y'all at. Worldwide Roll Call. So today I'm talking about an incident that I had at a team party where unfortunately I had to fire a police officer. These things, they don't train for them in the academy. These are stuff that just happen in the street. My name is Louie C. Rock, aka Louie C. the Mayor. Straight from the bottom, baby, in Key West. Do a podcast for y'all worldwide, and we keep out of here nonstop, man. It's just lovely out here in paradise. So let me tell you what had happened. The event, this was in the late 90s. It was called the Conch Football After Parties. So we had football games at the Key West High School Stadium, and then we would have team parties at a place called Knights of Columbus, ran by my man Elio, family to Laris. Good man. That man was by the book. So I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. So we probably had on any given night, between 300 to 500 kids at a party, right? So everything good, and team parties are much easier because you're not dealing with alcohol. So no alcohol, no drugs, no reentry is a good thing to do for youth, so to keep them out of trouble and get a little party going, right? So when you get that many kids in one place, that's good because there's so many kids are not on the street, right? Once you go in the party, you can't go out. So everything love, we out there just getting ready to go ahead and open the party. So we have a police officer already scheduled. These are called police details to work the event, and you pay them off duty. So we already have a police there working, right? So out of nowhere, this sergeant, I ain't never seen this guy before. I don't know who this dude is. I feel like I'm in the movie. This guy named John Hardy, a sergeant, just pulled up on the scene and start cutting up. When I talk about cutting up, this man was, I don't know what he was on, but this man was on something, boy. So this is how it started. He started going off and saying, man, I just had 3 fights at the football game. I ain't gonna have no foolishness. What all these kids doing here? I said, sir, how you doing? This is the Conch Football After Party. We don't have any affiliation with the Key West High School. So a private party that we do as a service for kids. Why all these kids hanging out? I said, well, sir, they're trying to get all the kids in, so they're getting set up at the front so people are coming in, for the football party. So they're going to start going in soon. The next thing he did was trying to, he was running up to kids that were in group and said, you need to go in the party. You can't hang out here. So I said, oh boy, this ain't going to be good tonight. I can already feel the vibe. This is just all bad across the board. So sometimes you're going to see situation that that you're just not going to win, right? So I said, all right, let me tell you a different approach. So I said, how you doing, Mr. Hardy? I understand you agitated with the situation going on with the football game. We ain't going to have no foolishness here. There ain't going to be none here. So what I told him is, I said, how about if we hire you as a second officer, as a detail officer? So like that, you feel more comfortable. So I thought that was the end of it. And then we could move forward. So he said, okay. So I figured everything's all good because we don't really have a budget for 2 officers, but diffuse the situation. Like police get to a call, diffuse the situation. So this man's out of control. I ain't never seen anything like it. I said, this man is completely out of hand. And this was back, like I said, in the late 90s. I don't have the patience that I have now. Now I got a lot more patience. And so back then, I really didn't have that patience, but I had enough sense to try to, appease the situation. So everything all good. All the kids get in the party. We haven't had an argument. You couldn't hear a pin drop. Everything quiet as pie. Everybody partying, kids in there partying. All good turnout. Companies doing well revenue-wise. So everything love across the board. And that one argument is going on. So then parents start picking up kids, right? So we usually have security, walk a parent in and get their kid because, some kids feel uncomfortable and stuff. And, sometimes we'll clown a kid and call their name and say, so-and-so parents outside to pick you up on the microphone. So that's not cool. So we try to keep it, low key. That's the problem these days. That's why kids don't want to go nowhere, because it's, a lot of people kind of on top of kids or whatever. You got to give kids a little bit of space. You can't let them get all the way in buck wild, but you can't be on top of them like you're in the military. It just ain't gonna work, especially now. So, like I said, everything is going good. So I'm talking to this parent that's distraught about this volume right over here, right? This one, it really go down. Shout out to FloridaKeysInjury.com. Accident lawyers in the Keys, car, moped, bicycle, golf cart, or the ocean. If you ever have a accident, just go to FloridaKeysInjury.com, especially on them golf carts. So I'm having this conversation with this mother who's telling me that she's worried because her daughter was supposed to go to the football game and she ain't came home, and she don't know if she's at this party. So I said, okay, it ain't no problem. We'll get it, squared away. This is how we handle it, and, we'll have security. All of a sudden, this is like a movie coming out, like straight out of Compton. All of a sudden, this guy, Sergeant John Hardy, come racing up the hallway and physically flip a table over, like bam. You can't deny no parent from coming in here. We're going in. So when he flipped that table, I snapped. Everybody got a snapping point. That was all she wrote for me. So I said, you know what, my man? I said, you fired. Get your ass out of this building. In the same time I'm saying that, I already have my phone calling 911 because I know it's about to go down. So he tells me, that's it, you're under arrest, and he grabs my arm. So I snapped my arm. I said, under arrest for what? He says, theft of services. So at this point, my blood pressure is high, all the way to the ceiling. I'm hot, 38 special, hot, close to 39. When I get 39, it's bad business. So I said, well, if you went to the police academy and you listened to anything they told you, that's a civil matter. This ain't criminal. So, like I said, I yanked my hand, and then they said, 911, may I help you? I said, yeah, this is Louie C. Rock calling from Knights of Columbus. I need y'all to dispatch every unit in the whole city. I need you to start waking up captains, lieutenants, and wake the chief up. I need you to send Monroe County Sheriff. I need you to send state troopers and all hands aboard. They said, well, what is going on, sir? I said, well, you got a sergeant here that's out of control, and we're about to have a full-fledged riot out here at the Knights of Columbus. So immediately send some help, please, full throttle. Because when we wind up in the newspaper tomorrow, I want this recorded for the record that this sergeant's out of line. So in that same token, I went inside to the back office. So my security people came and got me and said, Lieutenant Flowers want to see you. I said, you tell Lieutenant Flowers you want to see me to go ahead and come back here. So he came back in the office, explained to him what happened. He said that I committed a felony, interference with custody, because a parent couldn't go in the dance. I said, I'm not going to resist, but that's foolishness. So that's okay. I'll let my lawyer deal with it. So that's a 3rd-degree felony. So you can't bond out of jail till you have to see the judge the next morning. So I went over down to the Monroe County jail, and there's a thing called pretrial. So pretrial, see the charge, interference with custody. I said, Louie, that's a serious charge. I said, man, this foolishness is what this is. They read through that. Usually they don't let nobody out on interference with custody. They let me out on pretrial. I gave it to my lawyer, Ed Horan. He took the paperwork, threw that in the garbage. They dropped all that across the board. It was just completely out of line. So the moral to the story is stand up for injustice. If the police wrong about something, put their feet to the fire. If you dealing with police, be courteous as long as they doing their job and professional, then it should be no problem. If you get pulled over, go ahead and pull over. I wouldn't consent to search unless, matter of fact, on no circumstance I'm consenting to search at all. I'm just providing my identification, registration, and proof of insurance, okay? Also, be nice. Don't be argumentative. Just go ahead and go about your business in a nice, calm, cool, and collective manner. Also, know the difference between what's civil and criminal. Some people, like I had some people recently, that don't have no idea what civil and criminal and how to deal with it. So know your rights. The more you know about the law, the more you're going to be better off. And just stay out of trouble. You won't have to deal with the law at all. Also, there's good people, there's bad people. There's good police, bad police. 99% of the police are good. You always got them bad apples that are completely out of hand, and you got to make sure that you deal with them appropriately. But these days you can get killed out there if you don't watch your steps. So see where I'm at, Key West, Florida. We got a wonderful police force, Key West PD, Sean Brandenburg, my man Captain Torres, J.R. Torres. These guys are on top of the game. So believe me, they're not going to put up with no foolishness. That's my time. Thank y'all for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you like what you see. And I'm going to go ahead and keep hustling because you got to hustle out here. We got 6 jobs. We don't get tired.